What is the biggest tool in the arsenal of your inner critic? How is it getting powered? How is it getting that authority to be your critic? Welcome to this mini course on knowing your inner critic and disarming them. Now, like we saw in the previous videos, our inner critic actually starts getting formed with a good intention. Our parents, our society, our friends have different standards for us to feel safe or do well in our lives. But what happens is, slowly, these standards, we don't realize that these are standards of other people. As we grow, if we had to become something else different from this, we think that we are going wrong. Let's say someone is an Olympian and someone else is actually being inspired by this Olympian, but not to be an Olympian, to do something else. You don't need to stick to an Olympian standard. I have high respect for Olympians, but if your end goal is not to be an Olympian, be something else, your standards are something else. They have to be your standards, not your parents' standards, not your society standards, not your friends' standards, or anything else that you read in a book or a movie or something of that kind. Now, this inner critic is setting impossible standards for you to achieve. And you think you're doing the right thing. That's the illusion that is actually giving it the power. And when you don't achieve it, that's the second thing that the inner critic does. It's its full time job to beat you up, saying words, labeling you, giving you mental perception biases, and so on, saying, "You're not worth it. I told you so. This is not worth doing it. You're going to fail," and so on and so forth. And this is the biggest tool in the arsenal of inner critic, setting impossible standards and beating you up for the smallest of mistakes. You're unknowingly giving power to your own inner critic, using someone else's standards, using someone else's version of perfectionisms, or just being right. It feels right, but it's actually eating you up because it's criticizing you, it's attacking your self worth. How does our inner critic work? Let us see in the next video on what are the different ways in which our inner critic is working. I hope you're enjoying this free course. Since this is a free course, if you got benefit from it, don't forget to buy me a coffee using the link below. Let's meet in the next video about understanding a bit more about how our inner critic works.